Hello, Revolte. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt. Revolte's here, so you know it's going to be a good time. How you doing, buddy? All right. So the sushi continues, and that's what matters. Um, what we really need is more red circuits today. I've done some numbers, and by some numbers, I looked around and went, man, we really don't have enough red circuits. So let's get on to that, eh? Just think up here is just a good place for red circuits. I really need to get that that train line connected at some point. Just, at some point when there's just less things to do, I suppose. Whenever that is. How am I doing? I'm doing well, thanks. You're doing well because you're playing on a new PC? Nice. Hope that's working out well for you. It's always good to have a new PC, right? Just, just a good life to have. Okay, see, that one's actually maxing, so we probably do have space for another red circuit here. So let's get on to that. Ah, yes. Always, like, it's always good to have a new PC, so, really excited for you on that one. Okay, connect that, connect that, connect that. Make sure those are connected, and we're good. Everything will fit in as it feels like it from here on. Okay. That's what you like to see. You know what? I'm beginning to feel like I need to put productivity modules in just my normal inventory slots. I feel like that might be a good idea going forwards. We've got a lot of iron here, which is interesting. I don't know what we're doing with this iron. You can see in the Discord if I want to have I mean, you can. I'm not really a hardware guy. I don't really understand computer hardware. But I mean, as long as you're happy is the main thing. Unfortunately, if you sent me a whole bunch of specs, I'd just be like, oh yeah, that's great. And I wouldn't really understand them. Other people wouldn't. Other people might be interested. But me, I'm just kind of ignorant. Not by choice. That's just who I am. I'm just an ignorant person. Jeez. I'm so nice to myself, aren't I? Oh, a picture of what it looks like? Look, I can see a picture of things and recognize it. Yeah, send a picture of it. Oh, that's not connected at all. And even if it was, it's got no water, so it's not particularly helpful. How are we doing here? I'm seeing some iron. I'm seeing some... You know what? I think this is another excellent place for one of these. Let's connect for a brief moment in time as it slowly ambles its way across the world. I guess I did just cut out a... Yeah, we need to do something with this. It's a bit slow here. I mean, maybe make some stuff. That's probably good. Making stuff will always help. Anything that, like, lessens the stress on the belt by taking more objects than it puts in is always good. But plastic's not particularly the greatest. Plastic actually makes things worse. Subtly. But worse subtly is still worse, right? There we go. Okay, and once that all starts getting in, see, look at that. Look at all that stuff that's just been pulled off the belt into our loving arms. What you want to see. And once the power is in, then yabangos, stuff gets made. I feel like I just like saying weird sounds and going like, yep, that's my new catchphrase. It's not, and nor will it ever be, but we're bangos. Alright, let's see. We posted in the Discord, let's have a look. Oh, I see something's in there, General. Ooh, very shiny. Ooh, you got the whole, like, you know it's good because it's got hexagons on it. Anything that's got hexagons, you know is the way of the future. Looks like you got some sort of RGB going on there. You know that's good too. Can't go wrong with some RGB. Yeah, man, looks awesome. Hope you get many, many happy years with it. Okay. Send it And the monitor, then my TV. What? Sorry, I don't think I understood that. Yeah. Decent rig. Okay, so that's... See, got the plastic, which is great. I love seeing the plastic. The monitor is bigger than your TV. Oh, awesome. That's the way you want to live your life. Big monitor, small TV. As long as you're not compensating for something, right? Classic joke. Okay, we need more productivity modules. I know this to be the case. It's nearly bigger than your TV. You know what? You can just say it's bigger than your TV. I'm not going to police it. I can't prove that it is or it isn't. I'll just go, wow, it's bigger than your TV. It's crazy. And then, you know, get the brownie points. You always want to get the brownie points, am I right? Sounds bad when you say it that way, though, doesn't it? Sounds like I'm talking about something. I am. The brownie points. Do we need batteries? No, we're good for batteries. Is this a new run? Compared to when? This has been a run that's been going for a few weeks now. I'm currently trying to find my production modules. I have lost again. I had a really good run build for that. Oh, there they go. The train chaos. Yeah, this is a different build. This is a different level of chaos. This is a sushi belt run, which we are doing because I don't really have an answer why we're doing it, but we're doing it. It's a sushi belt run. We are trying to make ducks. And it's going swimmingly, as ducks often do. Okay, once that all connects in. Is that really how it is? That can't be right. Oh, it is right, but not for the reason I thought it was wrong. Okay. Yeah, that's probably good. Wonder why it looks this way? Because it's all sushi. It's all sushi all the way across. It's, yeah, so we finished Nullius, finally, thank God. It took us far too long, but we're done with that, and now we're doing another thing that hurts people. This one hurts me, so that's important. Alright, so then the bots will go and finish this off very soon. They can do that. They can take care of that. I trust them. My first big mistake. And other thing. Well, it's not my first big mistake. My first big mistake was starting this run. We'll let the build a couple more lines as well. Oh, actually, no. Not that one. Because what I would like to do is start preparing a line that goes out this way. I think we're going to connect the... Okay, actually, you know what? Let's just do this. All right, we know we need to do it. Let's just do... Not that. We know we need to do it. Let's just do it now. And diagonal. There we go. Brilliant. So that'll get us another train line that'll be helpful. It'll take us a little while to build all that out, but that's okay. Also, it looks like we're going to be building near water. Very exciting. More coal. I mean, coal is important for a few things. I need to up my explosives, so let's get up in the spreadsheet and increase explosives. Because what we found last time is the explosives weren't high enough. One thing I did find out, I was doing some checking like I like to do before I stream, and I found out we had a bunch of things that we actually do manufacture and able to put out to the belt that's not being done currently. So that's exciting. There's more things we can do. I'd like to increase my iron ore as well. Not by much, just a bit. But we'll get into that when we go down to the computer. Computer. But yeah. So power should be pretty good now. Yeah, power's great. No complaints about power right now, which is good. I don't think I could deal with complaints about power right now. Connect those, make sure those are connected properly, and we are good, I believe. Yeah, we're good. We do need to consider making more concrete, and also we need to consider making more refined concrete, which is another problem that I haven't really got a plan to resolve yet, but more bricks would help in that. More bricks would help in a lot of ways. Maybe let's go to the computer and see what we can do. And then we'll figure out what's actually short in the factory. I take a train. Really? It's gonna take the bots a little while to build this out, but that's okay. We can also disconnect this. That's never gonna happen that way. Okay. Well, actually, what if I just had a little... No, I don't think it would help. Never mind. No, that wouldn't help. I was just thinking about a great way to jam up my train station completely, and I thought, you know what, that's a terrible idea. Let's not jam the train station because of my recklessness. And the trains would not work the way I want them to anyway. Okay, how close are we to the main hub? Not far. We are also getting to the point that we might want to do some more upgrading of blue belts, because blue belts do seem to be, oddly enough, pushing through things faster. I would do that. I would do a lot of things that I shouldn't do. That's how crimes are started. Okay, so bricks. We currently have bricks at 1.2%. Let's just take that up to a whopping 2%, which would be 50,000 in the qualifier, which is... Yeah, nope. Got bricks here. That's going to add a lot more bricks to the system, which is absolutely fine. In ore. I think iron ore is a little light, which we're going to need for the concretes, and that's slowing us down. So iron ore, we'll pump that up to 0.3%, which is absolutely ludicrous numbers. That's 333, 333 recurring. Okay. Not reoccurring, of course. It does have to stop at some point. Okay. Point of tier levels? What do you mean? Okay. So that gets some things across. We could probably drop copper plate down a percentage, maybe iron plate. We're fine. 5% over is not that big a deal. Okay, so that should push through some things that weren't quite going well. Let's check the computer. What does the computer say? Computer says no. Okay, we're still short 33,000 for green chips. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I feel like we could actually go down green chips, because anything that needs green chips I think is actually pretty full. I don't think there's anywhere that I actually need green chips that aren't currently there. Of course, if I'm looking at something that doesn't have green chips, yeah, see, green chips, I think we can actually probably knock that down a couple of percent. And we'd be pretty happy with... Mate, let's just knock it down by 1. Knock it down to 9%. That's 11,100. And 11. So just basically replace those numbers with 1s. That's probably still going to require... Yeah, still needs 25,000 green chips. You know what? Screw it. Take it down another percent. Gone mad. He's gone mad with power. We can't stop him now. That's right. Okay. So, even with that, we're 16,000 short, but we still need to add more, but even then, everything's still kind of backlogged with green chips, which is fine. Concrete should be improving shortly with the addition of the stone bricks. Iron ore, it seems like it's going down rather rapidly. Nice, what you want to see. I just really lack a lot of 1s and 2s for speed and productivity. I wonder if I can do something with that. Like a lot of wood in there, that's interesting. Alright. Have any stone that we can give the machine? Like 8. Much. But we give what we can in this world. You know what? I'm going to do this. They're going to have a new system. This is a dangerous thing to do, but you know what? Danger is my middle name. For some reason. Okay, and then what we're going to do is connect that to here, that to here. Okay. It's Mad Duck Man? Potentially. Who really knows what my middle name is? Okay. So we've got a bunch of stuff here in my inventory that I don't really need, and I can probably quite happily just chuck it back into the system. I do want to hold on to those heavy oil barrels. Yeah. We chuck some of those out, don't need those. And a nose. Well, that's true, she does know my middle name. He has been blessed with that accursed knowledge. Okay. And then if we ever have stuff that's in my inventory that I don't want, I can just chuck it into there, and away it goes. Brilliant. Do we want these steam engines? Not anymore. Do I want these boilers? Not really. And away they go. Burning mining drills? Nah, don't want them. These stone furnaces? Don't need them. Assembly machine ones? Off you go. You know, and everything just sort of goes into the system. And that's what you want to see in life. And it'll just find its way. Meow and hello. Hey Viper, how you doing? Okay, so that's just going to put a whole bunch of crap into the system, which, to be fair, all needs to be there eventually. As well put those in there as well. Now it is possible that what it's going to do is overload some things. Quite frankly, what it overloads, I'm not too fussed on. It won't overload it by much. I accept that as a possibility. Sometimes things get overloaded in a factory. Not a big deal. Okay, so. Hey Dave, how you doing? Good to see you, Dave. Now, I would like to change this a little bit. I'm gonna... What did you miss yesterday? Did you miss yesterday? We built some more stuff. I made the sound like a giraffe, but then it turns out that's not the sound a giraffe makes. The bus expanded. We built another nuclear silo, another nuclear plant. We freaked out a little bit about the fragility of life. But look, what you didn't miss out on is a story, which I haven't told you yet, because boy, do I have a story for you today, where I actually thought I was going to get punched. And I didn't even leave my house, and it wasn't even Panda. Let's start that story. Well, so there's some work going on next door to us at the moment. Like, not major work, but I think they're going to make it major work later. But for now, it's just sort of minor work. They're just sort of preparing the area. I went to do something, got distracted. Yeah, well, I'm telling a story now, so boy, but anyway, so they're doing some work and doing some landscaping work and cutting down some trees. And the guy cutting down the trees, he's there doing the tree cutting, you know, as they do. And I'm just like watching the tree go down, and I'm realizing it's going to hit our fence. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it won't hit our fence. And then we heard just a loud bang and it hits our fence. And I go out there. I'm like, all right, well, the guy's hit our fence. That sucks. Hopefully it's okay. And it was fine. The fence was fine. And the guy's like, yeah, what do you reckon, mate? Looking at the tree, I'm like, don't really like it. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I like the tree. And he just starts going flipping off at me. Like he's swearing at me. He's like saying I'm being disrespectful and all that sort of shit. I'm like, dude, I don't know what your problem is. Like, he's like saying, I don't like your attitude, mate. And I'm like, okay. Like, you asked me, how do I feel about the tree being cut down? I said, I don't like it. He's like, yeah, you fucking said you don't like, you like the tree. What the fuck sort of disrespect is that? I'm like, you asked, do I like that you're cutting down the tree? Not really. He's like, well, it's my job, mate. I'm gonna do what I'm told. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not stopping you from cutting down the trees. I just don't want you to damage my property. He's like, yeah, well, I'm gonna clean it up. I'm like, that's fine then. And he's just like, yeah, well, you don't need to be so disrespectful, like, so disrespectful and whiny about it. I'm like, I wasn't whining. I just said, you asked my opinion, and I said I like the tree. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that guy was gonna start hitting me. I was like, he like start stepping towards me. I said, hey, don't step towards me. Like, he's on my property. I was like, shit, man, what the hell? Anyway, that's why I'm glad there's not guns in New Zealand. I was just like, holy crap. In the end, I think what it is the guy does not like trees. He's like, trees belong in the forest. And I'm like, okay, like, sure. And I'm like, I never said anything against you doing your job. I just said I like the tree because you said, what do I feel about the tree being cut down? I'm not starting shit. All I said was I like the tree. Which is still correct. I did like the tree, and now the tree is no more. Wasn't stopping the guy. Oh, geez, yeah. Tree rage, yeah, maybe. I don't know what his deal was. Like, he just thought I was being really super disrespectful by saying I like the tree. I guess it'd be like someone saying, my family died due to this, you know, cluster bombs. I just seen the cluster grenades here, it just reminded me of that. Cluster bombs, I go, well, I like the cluster bombs. I guess you get the same rage. Like, oh shit. I think Trees killed his family. I think I figured it out. Saying I like the trees is like saying I like fascism. I don't like fascism. I just like a tree. Don't anyone do the snip, I like fascism without the other part. I know how you people are. Not a fan of fascism. Anyway. Too late clip. Yeah, no, it's not even what I'm talking about. You clip it if you want, I don't care. The fascism clip will trend. God, you're probably not wrong too. God. But yeah, I think that guy's family was killed by trees. And you know what? I understand his on disease. Had that recently. Friends and stepmom have to get a. Yeah, the thing is, the guy doesn't even live there. It's not his house. He was just hired, and I was just like, you know, it's like if you went to maybe he's just crazy, maybe. I'm not gonna disrespect the guy. I think he was just doing his job, but I think me saying I didn't really appreciate what he was doing, like I think he thought I was gonna stop him, and I'm like, it's not my property. I legally can't stop you. I just wish you weren't doing it, but hey, it's, doesn't matter what I wish. It's not my property. But I don't know. I think he thought I was going to start some shit. And by me saying I like the tree, he's like, oh, here we go. I wasn't. I was just saying I like the tree. That was the thing. Like, I was trying to understand, like, I said to him, like, why are you mad at me? Like, all I said was I like the tree. He's like, well, you didn't have to say that. I was like, then why did you ask me how do I feel about it? He's like, well, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. And I'm thinking, kinda, yeah, maybe we did. Maybe we did get off on the wrong foot. Scary. Panda was watching from inside with the cell phone in her hand as she heard the guy start shouting at me. I'm like, I'm not going to shout back at you. I don't see a reason to shout. I'm not going to be loud. I'm already scared. I was pretty scared. Like, that feeling? Like the other day, I assume someone tried to pick a fight with you and friend. Yeah, I mean, we get those around the city, you know, they're called drug users. They exist, and there's not much you can do about them. Just stay away from the ones screaming for no reason in the city. But I think this guy, I think just me saying I like the tree just, oh, he was not happy about that. Fair enough. Tree's killed his family. How dare I be so disrespectful? Come in, hear the feet talk. Feet talk? Like, what? Ain't my problem. Maybe. But yeah, unless you're talking about feet talk, which I got my cool pink cat slippers on, because you know that's who I am as a person. Thing is, you don't know what's happening in his life. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't taking it personally. I was just like more confused, and I wasn't raising my voice because it doesn't help the matters. I was just like, all right, that's okay. No, I'm not stopping you. You're welcome to keep going. How you doing, Laureen? Good to see you. I've been really enjoying your streams when I can catch them. Unfortunately, you stream on different times of the parts of the world, so it's a bit tricky. But hey, look, actually, first off, I'll do what the shirt, but let's give a shout out to Llama. She is a wonderful streamer. I make sure I spell llama correctly. Hey, I do, and it's working. Wrong foot. Oh, I got off on the wrong foot. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Anyway, what the shirt? So, I did it. What the shirt? Feet talk or not? Well, depends how much you pay me. God, I'm sorry I said that aloud. Anyway, so today's shirt is a bunch of cats in a box. Look at them. 3 cats in a box and a little grey cat. He's not allowed in. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, Tess, you're quite right. I was starting to do something and got distracted. That's pretty much my life. Anyway, cats in a box. Look at them. They are adorbs. Asked Panda to pick me a cool shirt for the day, and this is what she picked me. And eat the... No. You're not allowed to eat llama. She's a good streamer. But, you know what? I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna... Oh, I wonder if I can do this. I got my pink cat socks. I'm gonna try and hold them up here. You can kind of see them. They're very light pink. They got little cat faces on them. You can't see that, but... Anyway, they got little cat faces on them. And why do I have pink socks? Because the blue ones were doggies. Actually, let's go to camera. Try that again. So you got the pink cat socks, but the little front of them, you can't see it very well. Little cat face. And I've hurt myself. I'm not that stretchy. Oh. Anyway, yeah. So, I mean, that's not getting off on the wrong foot. That's the right foot. Well, actually, technically, it was the left foot, but I'm not making that joke. Hey, no worries. You run a great stream. I enjoy it. I'm just an independent cat. Exactly. Just an independent cat over here. Don't mind me. All right. But anyway, yeah, I wanted the blue socks, but they had doggies on them, so I'm like, well, you know what? Because, okay, it's winter time here right now. Or is it winter? March, April, May, June. It's just started winter, technically. Yeah, she's a llama with fingers, so you gotta respect that. But yeah, so it's winter, and like last year I was like, I'm gonna buy slippers. And men's slippers are all like scratchy wool, and I'm like, I don't want scratchy wool, I want soft wool. And all the soft wool things like women's slippers, and I'm like, well, you know what? I would rather be comfortable than stylish. So I bought women's socks, which are like soft and pink. And I'm like, you know what? I can rock a soft and pink sock. Got a little kitty on it and everything. You know, this is the same sort of the same guy who walked into a woman's clothing store and asked them if they had any push-in shirts that were meant for guys. I don't know what I was thinking with that. The answer was, of course, no, they do not. But you know, it's all right. They did not have push-in shirts for guys. I guess guys don't deserve push-in shirts. Just gets really mad about it for no reason. Scratchy wool is your nightmare, exactly. Although, no, you know what? Don't disrespect a llama. They spit. Hey JP, how you doing? Llama, how do you feel about alpaca? Just curious. Are they like the mortal enemy of the llama? I don't really know. Okay, we've got a lot of resources over here, and we've got to do something with them all. I did want to make explosives. Dave, it's fucking hot over here. Your days are 32 degrees Celsius and humid. No, that's disgusting. No, I wouldn't like that either. Yeah, I agree. Got more exoskeletons. I did. I got to get a few more. I'm gonna fill. I got three more slots for exoskeletons. They're being built. You don't spit? Okay, good to know. Good to know. But yeah, we've been making some more things. The spreadsheet is getting more and more filled out. Unfortunately, we need more weapon science. We need more weapon science! That's what we need! Yes, I remember now. Get there eventually. Now, I know I saw some explosives around here earlier. No need to rate llamas alpaca. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't some sort of like mortal rivalry that I was unaware of. I saw explosives around here. There they are. There they are. Yes, 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 yes. Very excited. Okay. No, Dave, we don't eat the llama. Don't eat the llama. I don't want this to have to be a chat rule. Actually, you know what? We don't eat other viewers. Unless they ask to be eaten. In which case, sure, I guess. Ick. Sure, okay, I guess. Ick. You know what? That's gonna be my formal stance on the matter. I hope you appreciate it. Okay, we need more explosives as well, I've just remembered. I don't know if I upped that. About mice. Do we have any mice in the chat? Any mice? I mean, we don't eat viewers. That's what I'm saying. So if there's a mouse in the chat, as long as they're not a viewer, like if they're a viewer, that mouse, that one particular mouse is fine. After that, right-hand side they go on, which means that way. Okay, and we need more explosives. Yeah. Mice are okay, check. Unless someone comes in and is like, hey, I'm a mouse, in which case, no, that mouse is not okay. Mice is food no matter what. I mean, again, it depends. I'm not eating viewers. Again, unless they ask to be eaten, in which case, I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but who am I to deny a viewer their fetish? God, I've got to not say that ever again. It's been twice now. Once was too many. Once was too many, and now I've said it again. Oh, stop, stop. Okay. That was a mistake. It's okay, we got through it. Don't eat the viewers is an awesome rule. Think about it. Lower the average view count. Exactly. Just doesn't seem polite. Really yours has a lizard. She has to grow cockroaches to feed it, and she hates it. How do you grow cockroaches? You know what? I asked that question aloud, and I don't want the answer to it. I've just realized. Oh god, no, that would be terrifying. Which reminds me, I have to deal with a body at some point. I don't like these things blinking yellow. It confuses me and thinks that I've got a science ready. Don't need viewers is not in Twitch's terms and conditions. Interesting. I think they would have had that. Well, now we know what's fair game according to Twitch. However, you cook the bug and put it in your mouth. No. No one wants to eat you. Again, you're welcome to be eaten if you want. You just have to find someone willing to do it. And I guarantee there's always someone. There's always someone for someone. Uh, another thing to complain about. Look, I mean, we don't need more complaints. I got a complaint or two here and there. Hey, how you doing, Solburn? No, no, you greeted the right person first. Greet the amazing, illustrious, and fingered llama first. I get it. Maybe because you're a guy. Look, you know what? As I said, there's someone for everyone. Don't grow disheartened. You know, sometimes it just takes time. And it's okay. You know? You don't need to stress about it. We'll find someone. Alright, so I think another plastic line would be good. Got a lot of petroleum just roaming the factory, so although plastic, see, plastic is an interesting little beast because it doesn't make it better. Plastic just makes things worse. Oh my god, the environmentalists were right! I mean, of course they were. Okay, let's expand the blue. We've got... Let's just expand it this way. It seems to be the way we're building anyway. We've got about 1,000. Let's just chuck some on. They were never wrong. Yeah, that's probably true. Well, the point is, I'm more making the joke than being serious on that one. Well, sometimes, look, everyone's wrong occasionally. Just not necessarily always. Like how this channel attracts the nicest people. You know, sometimes it does. I feel like you weren't making a joke there, but I'm going to assume you weren't. Alright, I think we need more red. Just last night you needed sleep. You know, I noticed you weren't here, Dave, and I thought, well, I hope you're doing alright. I didn't say it, but I did hope you were doing alright. My secret is I was hoping you were doing alright. Graduation party with catered Chipotle. Damn. Guess if I'm always wrong. Not always wrong, it just happens a lot. Okay. I've never had Chipotle. I don't think we have that in New Zealand. Someone's going to do a search and find out that it's available in like Nelson or something, and I'm like, huh, I don't live in Nelson. But that's usually what happens when I say, I've never had this. We don't have it in New Zealand. And then someone goes, right here. I guess we do have it in New Zealand. I've just never had it. Usually I've played this game before. I know how it usually goes. You like to annoy people and pronounce it Chipotle? Chipotle? Chipotle sounds about right though, doesn't it? Okay, we need more concrete. Now last time I saw concrete was over here, so why don't we just do a little something something. Pop it right over there. Don't worry about that. Right now in this episode of RimWorld, you're trying to build your base, and you guys have it. You do have it in New Zealand? Oh, there you go. Well, of course we do. Pineapple pepperoni pizza. Yeah, I mean, I figured I've had something similar to it. We've got Mad Mex. I don't know if you've just done a search and found out Mexican foods in New Zealand. Mad Mex is not particularly good. Pineapple and pizza is good. Good stuff. But it's not for everyone. You know, some people have no taste. That argument, I admit, can come right back to me and be like, ah! There's a petition to bring it to New Zealand. Well, okay. Petitions are always a great way to deal with things. Can we make additional concrete? Because quite frankly, this is... productivity module concrete? Interesting. Oh, there you go. Right. Me being wrong is not a new or stunning turn of events. Only prod mod intermediate. But I want to prod... It is an intermediate. It makes other concretes. It makes refined concretes. Speaking of which, let's make refined concretes. Yeah, that's a tricky one for Murka. Okay, let's disconnect that real quick. And then we want to go steel, iron, just steel and iron, quite frankly. Huh! I never really considered what these tabs stood for. I just click on the tabs wildly until one gives me the right thing. Never really thought about it. The hell was I thinking that I was never considering that? Well, the answer is I wasn't thinking. Really that simple. Tab is a different game. Tab. I think I've played that. That totally... No. Game with the battle simulator that's all like ridiculous. They have billions. Oh. They have billions is a game I kind of want to check out one day. I keep meaning to pick it up on sale, and I look at the sale price and go, yeah, not at that price though, and then I just don't buy it. It looks fun. I don't know if it is though, so I haven't bought it. Barrels were originally a mod. What? I remember like before there was a fluid train, I had a line of barrels going miles away, like to get to the water so I could make something. I don't know what I was making, but it was... Their billions is awesome. Yeah, I see people having a good time with it. I'm like, I want to have a good time with it too. One day perhaps. You know, she's not going to answer that question for a while, right, Dave? I know you do. Oh, Dave, never change. Okay, and then we'll do that. Okay, good. Disappointed with the campaign. Oh. Something made people into zombies? Was it like bad social media posts? That's my answer. Usually what does it. Don't know why that would be a thing I would say, but clearly it's something I did say. Okay. Hot takes on social media made zombies. Kinda makes sense if you really think about it. Okay. Refined concrete. We don't need much of this. TikTok did it. You don't understand people who move barrels on belts. Yeah. I did it before there was fluid trains. Alright, let's not get ourselves banned on China now, please. Not saying they are billions, but there are billion. There are billion. There's actually more people in India now than there are in China, so I don't know if that's relevant, but it's true. I'm not a huge fan of spoilers, especially on a game that I want to play and haven't had a chance to play yet. think that's a reasonable place to ask for no spoilers. But at the same time, I got to acknowledge that when I'm streaming, someone's going to spoil something for me at some point, whether they mean to or not. You know, sort of happens. You know, even if I'm not streaming that game, people are going to be like, "Ah, man, I loved when that guy died in that movie you haven't seen," and I'm like, "Haven't seen that movie." And you got to sort of understand that just is a thing that happens sometimes. See, then there's this guy. Then there's this guy. See, that's what you get. I mean, thankfully, I am aware. Yeah, well, I mean, I've been watching your Darkest Dungeon 2 runs, and I've been like, well, like when I can, and I've been watching other people. So Darkest Dungeon is kind of a little bit of a, yeah. Darkest Dungeon I've been like learning a little bit, but I'm glad that I'm glad I encountered the Shambler without seeing your, like I heard your story, but I know Leia is Chewbacca's father. We all know that. Dude, that's actually kind of a big spoiler these days. Yeah, I encountered a Shambler at, like right at the start of a run, and I'm like, you know what? I got nothing to lose by fighting a Shambler right now, and the Shambler just like first round, just absolutely smashing the Shambler, and then it made its friends, and then I got my butt handed to me so quickly. I'm like, ah, I don't know if your Shambler story was Darkest Dungeon 1 or 2, but the Shambler. There's no tears in Factorio. Just rips. Okay, so we've made some more concretes. Let's just really quickly put those numbers in so we know they're there. Spiritual successor to System Shock. What, Bioshock? It was Darkest Dungeon 1, okay. I'm pretty sure I fought the Shambler in Darkest Dungeon 1, at least in my playthrough that I did. And yeah, it wasn't a great run. It wasn't like a serious run, it was like a bunch of like newbies with like a level 6 guy who'd been in the Darkest Dungeon being like, no, pray. Why don't you play Bioshock? Bioshock's a good game. Probably because you don't want to play Bioshock, it's a different game. Just disrespect the man for playing what he wants to play. So that's your standard greeting? Oil, you're wondering. Oil is cracking. I didn't know you had a standard greeting. Now I know. It's got shock in the name. It was, the first one was made by one of the same devs, wasn't it? Where I proved my misunderstanding. I thought there was some, like some spiritualness in Bioshock. At least the first one. It was too streamlined, I agree. A fun game. I don't think anyone's disagreeing that it was a fun game. Treated the player like an idiot without an inventory. Okay, I agree on that, but I don't think that's what... I mean, idiot is a little bit harsh a term, but I see what you're saying. I mean, do you need an inventory for System Shock to, like, for a game to be a System Shock successor? Maybe that's where I'm going with that next question. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't think it was ruined. Item inventory management was a huge part of System Shock. Okay, that's valid. Oops. But was it the part of System Shock? That's the part that I'm sort of contemplating now. I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just intrigued by the concept. I'm just thinking about it. Was a big part, yes. But was it the be-all and end-all? Don't know. I think inventory management is more a thing for survival horror type games. Yeah, I think they were more going for the tone rather than the gameplay. That'd be my opinion, but I mean, it's not the same game, and I would never try and say Bioshock and System Shock are on par with each other because they're not. You'll be lurking? Absolutely, feel free. No, you're absolutely welcome to lurk. I don't mind if you lurk for as long as you want. You're welcome. Okay, so we're making concrete, and then we're just sort of... Uh-oh. They're all in the same line. Oh, good thinking, Seif. Okay. Can we bring it back? Bring it on back to you. Again. Got to bring it on back to you. Okay, good. That's enough S Club 7 for one day. Whoa. Yeah, good to catch you. It's always like when I wake up in the morning if I'm working from home and I check on the streams, like that's when I get my Europeans. Bioshock 3, you mean Infinite? I played some of Bioshock 2. I bought it, and I had one of the big sisters, and when she died, she would crash my computer. Fair enough. Yeah, so her scream, like, echo, you know, like when a computer crashes, like a game crashes or a program, and the sound sort of does like a 1 second loop, like, ah, 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 ah. You know, it, that sounded like the slasher knife, didn't it? Not really, but yeah, so I just got like this 1 second loop of her dying, and then it just quit the desktop, and every time I killed her that happened. So that big sister was so powerful she crashed my game. That's the only logical explanation I had. Which, you know, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you the big sister is gonna crash. Not really focusing on listening to streams. Yeah, sometimes I struggle with that as well. And then like I do some like I pause the stream and I get to work and then I unpause the stream and I'm like, you aren't who I was watching before. Who are you? Bring back the streamer I was enjoying. They have already. Alas. I'm looking for the thing, but I've lost it. That's not the thing. How are you guys going, by the way? You making stuff? You don't have enough explosives still, do you? How short are we on explosives? We are not short on explosives. Okay. Explosives, we have how many on the belt? I am trying to figure that out, but it's not working very well. Where are explosives? Explosives. I have no explosives on the belt. Oh, champ. Wait, do we not have any explosives on the belt? That shouldn't be the case. But we did. Acceptable swallow pog champ. That's That's a line you can remember at your next party. Oh boy. That's a clip. Okay, where are my explosives at? Oh, are explosives still in the... Oh. Oh, no, no, no. It's true. I guess you missed that story. Um, let's take that to 5.5. Like one of those. 500,000? No. 200,000. Wait, explosives down here, aren't they? How's Blue Belts going? Blue Belts are going okay. We're doing some upgrades of Blue Belts right now, I believe. Also building a train line that's going to take a few hours. I'm going to build over here. Just some red belts, huh? Yeah. Take the limiter off the Blue Belt chest. It's not really a problem with Blue Belts. Probably do some more upgrading. Yeah, let's just do that. Bot's busy, right? You know, they say idle bots are the devil's hands. Alright. Hazard concrete. Okay, we want to do the refined concrete. No, change that, leave that alone. And refined concrete. Okay. So those concretes are now 0.01s. That's good stuff. More exoskeletons in my suite. Yeah, we can go and get those very shortly. I just want to add some things. Make sure some more things are going through the system. Because the sooner I get everything in there, the happier I'll be. We've got shotguns, combat shotguns ready to go. Okay. Combat shotgun. Regular shotgun. Spidertron has not been researched yet, but we're working towards it. Landmine. Always good to just have landmines just roaming the system. That's safe. What's with these constant combinators? So these are ones that are just picking up things that we only need for the duck. We don't need these things for anything else other than the duck. Yeah. They're much smaller numbers. Oh, we got a spot there. I think Power Armor Mark 1. Go, off it goes. Okay. Brilliant. Offshore pumps. Turns out I have made those, so let's get them off and running. There we go. Oh, electric drills as well. They're also ready to go. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, the spreadsheet is doing pretty well these days. Like, a lot of things are being built. Wood chest is ironically what they used to call me in high school. And small pole. Unfortunately, I made that joke a little too early, because that would have been the perfect one. That's what they use, small pole. That's what they used to call me in high school. Ha ha ha. See, that joke would have been funny, but I messed it up. I said it too early. Spiders in every game give you goosebumps. Really? Guess I need a longer thing. There we go. 2 types of energy shields. Yes, please. Cannon shells, explosive shells. Okay, and then I think we'll stop doing this for now because I'm getting bored. If I'm getting bored, that's not great for you. Okay. Let's see a cat from the calendar. Yes, we can do that. Okay, cat from the calendar. Let's see a cat from the calendar. Let's put it over here. Yes. Okay. So as always, people, what you got to tell me is this a great cat or not? Really simple. Great cat, not great cat. Okay. It's really that simple. So, guys, this is a great cat. Focus. Or the cuddle effect of the Spidertron. I like the Spidertron. I like the spider in, wait, there's spiders in Satisfactory? I don't think I've seen those. Reminds you of your last cat? Your last cat a great cat? Of course it was. Be foolish to think otherwise. Spider Lake. Okay. I really haven't played a lot of Satisfactory. I played up to oil and then I played up to coal. And then I couldn't transfer the coal and like by truck and the trucks weren't working. But then I stopped playing it. I never touched it again. Because as far as I could tell, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Anyway, it's deemed a great cat with 5 votes. 83%. I don't know how far I played into it. I enjoyed the game from what I played. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. I just... Once I got annoyed with it, I just never went back. Which I think is probably makes a bit of sense. Okay, what else do we need? We just need to keep improving my sciences. Have we got my productivity 3s yet? Because I'd love to start making rockets. Do I remember where I made my productivity 3s? No, not really. There's 1s. Unfortunately, I was... Ah, they're over there. Okay. You're off to a company barbecue? Well, enjoy. Yeah, we've got 2. We need 4. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah, we're almost ready to start making things. My god. No satellites yet. Well, I mean, it's a while away from satellites. We should be okay without them for a bit. We'll get there. Oh dear. I've made a critical mistake, which I can fix. It was scary for a moment. I think we still need more weapon science. Perfectly honest, I think that's what we're lacking. Yeah, we are. Oh, that looks like a good spot for weapon science, because I don't think there's any weapon science. Remember, I thought I was standing on a train track and I got very scared. Okay. We do more weapon science? We do. Like, it's not close to anything. That's the weapon science you want. Oh, that one's doing weird stuff as well. A lot of them are having outputs, and I don't particularly like having the outputs. We've got enough outputs of weapon science, weaponry, pepperonis. Where are my whipperonis at? Fine. Gonna be like that, I guess. No, wait. There's one downwards facing. I find the downwards facing thing. No, this is just getting silly. I'm looking for a needle in a haystack here. And I'll find it. Here it is. Told you. They said I was mad. Mad. Correct. Correct. Okay, that's looking good. And then once it gets all that connected on the other side, I think we'll be even closer to correct. And then we can go grab some exoskeletons. I've heard the discourse. I agree. I'm only mad most days of the week. Exactly. Most of the time I'm not that angry. Alright. Getting closer and closer to the point that we can stop using yellows. I wasn't mad, I wasn't angry, I was more scared. What I did was said I like the tree, and that just blew him off the handle. It's kind of a crazy thing to lose your shit over. Of course, Tree killed his family, so that's I don't want that like that. Got way too much lubricant in there. You're sure the tree cutter's bark was worse than his bite? It's a good one. It's actually a pretty good one. I gave it like a ha like it wasn't a good joke, but no, it's actually it's a decent joke. Andrew has assured me that I am her decent joke. Thanks, Panda. Alright, let's put the stone on. When do we get the caramel dancing array? What? We can probably do that now. Where are we gonna put it though? It just kinda fits here, doesn't it? Doesn't fit though, that's the well, it could do if we just... That's just needed for power. And need a little bit of work. Give it a minute. Okay. When we come back, we'll have somewhat out of the caramel dancing array. It's directly southwest, east of the main hub. I'll find it. I put it near the main hub, Dave. We'll come to see it quite often. We probably won't lose. Looking for my weapon thing that I made down here. Still cool. And closer to not quite okay, isn't it? That's alright. Runs out, but still got 1.3 million iron left, so maybe it'll be okay. And there's like another, like, 10 million just south. Hello. Oh. I do not want a pair. I don't like pairs. Can't be trusted. Triples are a nothing. Okay, we've got 3 exoskeletons. You just chuck them all in? Can. Oh, yeah, that's top speed. That's top speed, baby. Now, we don't have a lot of space for power here. Maybe a couple of extra batteries would be good. The times that we're not sprinting to oblivion. Wait, one more? Really? You're right. You're right. Gabby. Gabby. Sorry about that, everyone. I am back. I see we've got the Shiba duck. What else we got? Any other ducks that are worth looking at? Let's see. Dave's right. No, no more ducks. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. Just sometimes you got to deal with a situation in the house, and I have dealt with it with extreme prejudice and courage. Panda has told me. There's a mod that can make small power sources for my armor. Yes, but if I add a mod that adds small power sources, not only does it do that, but it also adds another thing that has to go into the duck. I think that's okay. Because remember, anything I add to the game, it adds to the world. So I don't want to do that, if I can help it. Okay, so that's top speed. Not bad, actually. Batteries are going to be a little light, but it should be okay. Yeah, we don't produce enough power for this. More blue chips? More blue chips is probably good, yeah. More blue science as well, oddly enough. Let's add another science thing somewhere. Oh, look at that speed. The speed, the agility, the raw animal magnetism. Anyway, I got weird. Okay. So those are being made when they bloody feel like it. Not very quickly. It's alright. They'll get around to it when they feel like it. Every time you start a game, you're annoyed all over by the initial slow walking speed. See, there's a way to get around that, Dave. What you do is you make a base so big that it slows the frames down. And then when you start a new base, your walking speed is the same as your old walking speed. That's how you do it. A little bit of genius tricks there. You know, they don't tell you about that in high school. What I feel are obvious reasons why your high school talking about Factorio tricks. Not the point. They don't tell you about that in high school. Yeah, we're going to get more plastic, because more plastic will probably result in more other stuff. Where's plastic? Plastic! There we go. Off you go, buddy. It's taking its time. But he'd get the axe. I was using a chainsaw. He was going to rip and tear until it was done, and he thought I was going to stop him from doing what he needed to do until it was done. He thought it was going to rip and tear until Seif takes his chainsaw away. That's when I realized he was actually a 7-foot tall Doom Marine. He was the Doom Slayer. Oh shit. I talked back to the Doom Slayer. It's honestly surprising I'm still alive. But I'm not a demon, you see. I'm not an imp. There I was with my flippy floppies. And he's like, imps don't wear flippy floppies. Or as Australians call them. No, I wasn't. I was going to say, or Australians call them my thongs. But those weren't thongs. They were flippy floppies. Or flip flops, if you want to say them in a least weird way. The thongs are different. I understand Australians. Thongs are a very different thing. Do you call them thongs? No, they weren't thongs, because thongs have like a bit between your big toe and the other 4 toes, right? Yeah, I know. I know what you're thinking of, Dave. And only Australians call them that for some reason. No, like thongs are like so. Imagine this is my foot. First off, foot fetishists, calm down. Secondly, flip flops is like your foot's like that, but thongs or jandals have a thing here, like that. So your big toe is separated. Okay, now we may resume. That's true, I did. You're absolutely right. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you clipped it for your personal collection. You know what? I'm not entirely comfortable with saying that, but you know what? If you did, you did. It's not like I could stop you. I'm not talking to anyone in particular here, but you did, you did. Well, I figured I was wearing like big, thick socks, so it wasn't as weird. I just wanted to show off my socks. I tried to. Steve has a foot with opposable thumbs. I'm a monkey. Um, Impha. Impha monkey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You'd like to see that. Any dog name? Deefa. Deefa dog. No? Mom should call her new dog Deefa. Oh yeah, I'll put the drawer back, it's not a problem. No worries. I don't want to read this one aloud, Dave, and you can't make me. You've had to recover several porn collections of people. Huh. I guess you do work in IT. I don't know, if someone was like, hey, I kind of lost my collection, I'd be like, you know what? It's gone. It's gone. I'm not getting that back. It's fine. Let that go. Like, it doesn't even matter how vanilla it is. I'd still be like, you know what? It's gone, and I'm not getting it back, and that's okay. I'm gonna live with this. Won't say no as long as they're paying. That's kind of my attitude for a few things. Exactly. What collection? Excuse me, I've never seen such things. My goodness. Where did you find this? That woman has no clothes on. What the hell did this happen? No, that's... Just let it go. Just, it dies and is never seen again, and that's not done its job properly. Oh well. Gonna be a couple off, I guess. Oh what? Actually, disconnect that real quick. Fix this. So 7. Well, that's 4. So 7 are allowed to be here. One, 2, 3, 5, 6. Hey, Hellbait. Okay, and 3 of these are allowed to be here. Oh, they were fine. Oh, and then let's put these back in there. Okay, now that I've fixed the crisis, let's see. They won't say no as long as they pay. That's kind of attitude with some things. God damn it. What is that? I've never heard of such things. It's not on my computer, absolutely not. Anyway. Yeah, my point is, just let it go. Doesn't matter how vanilla it is. It's gone. And just let it go. Because ain't no one needs to know anything about people. Aww. I mean, you know, I say oh, like that's kind of gross, but at the same time, you know, he's not hurting anyone with that. That's fine. You know? Old guy just likes what he likes. Still, aw, this is my first reaction, so. Oh no, don't do that. But absolutely do that. Okay? Huh? Ah, okay. Well, you know, Ian, people's business is people's business. As long as it ain't illegal, it's fine. That's gonna be my stance. Is it a good stance to take? I don't know. It doesn't bother me and it doesn't hurt people, that's fine. Very casual attitude to the whole situation, I suppose. Wow, it's actually... How much do these make? These make... 14 per minute. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, donations are open. No. No, that's not happening. Ugh, even saying that, I was just like, God, don't take me seriously for that, people. Not happening. I know no one would take me seriously. Always one guy. Like, yes! There's my chance. Chance? Gracious, why am I saying chance? That's not how I talk. I love the enthusiasm. I love the optimism. That's too big. Yeah, no, if it's illegal, you absolutely go, yeah, the authorities are on the way, sir. Because I've seen more than I wanted to see this day. And, I don't think anyone who objects to that? I mean, you know. Moving on. Dark immediately. Oh. Let's talk about fighting with arborists. I was actually pretty genuinely scared with that. You know me, I'm pretty brave. I'm a pretty brave dude. Yeah. Scary. Alright. Armed. Let's not do that. That's how mistakes get made. Oof. Oof. And may I say again, for good measure, oof. Alright, let's just disconnect this real quick, just to... Anyway, lighter subject, please. For the love of God. Alright. We appear to be missing combinators and stuff. Okay. Oh, for the caramel Downson array. Yeah. We want to go down here. Okay. Battery's staying at about 61%. I don't mind that I'm slowing those down, because I would just rather that we resource a little bit more effectively than we are currently doing. And where would I find those things? Down here? Malware every time. Yeah, exactly. It's absolutely malware. Oh, no, 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 no. This viruses can do that. Oh, okay then. Thank you, Dave. You're such a professional. Malware every time. Yes, it is. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, just some malware just downloads these videos and images onto your computer. Why would they do that? Who can say? It's very confusing. Those sneaky hackers. Uh, wait, no. Needed to be deciders. Ah, blast it all. Okay, that'll be our caramel dancing array. I mean, that being said, like, while there's a lot of that in every country, I always think of America as like having a lot of like, good gosh, no, there's no way, you know, just think of the children sort of thing. Maybe that's just because there's a lot of Simpsons. Think of the children. Okay, how many of those do we got? Any more? We don't have any more. That's fine. Pearl clutches. That's the word I didn't want to say, but yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, Reverend Lovejoy's wife, right? I've been watching a lot of Simpsons clips lately. You know, it's the thing where you click on a link on something on YouTube and then it's like, hey, you liked that? Or at least you watched that? Here's like a million more of these. And I'm like, well, I mean, if you're going to recommend it to me, YouTube, I might as well. And then I watched that too. And then it's like, well, he watched more of them. Pile his list up with them. And I'm like, yeah, all right, go on. It gets me every time. I'm trying to find where I did that like little array without the efficiency module. And for the life of me, I don't know where I made it. Oh, we short on greens and reds? I don't mind. I like it. I like getting these random crazy things where it just decides that I am, you know, absolutely crazy about this topic. Because it turns out, at the end of it, I will be. And now I understand how YouTube radicalizes people. Huh. You know, I'm just there watching Simpsons clips and VTubers, but ooh, I just saw how I saw the dark side of that just then. Ooh. I know where I make my efficiency modules. I don't know where I didn't make my efficiency modules. There's one of them that I didn't. I need somewhere. In the Simpsons movie, they cut down a tree. Well, it depends. Did I like that tree? Did someone ask how I felt about that tree? I said I like the tree. The real question. Or are you concerned that it might bring back trauma? In which case, yeah, probably right. Okay. Let's do another one of these. Good. I've seen the Simpsons movie. I remember enjoying it. A long time ago since I saw it. Like a very long time ago. I don't mind if a tree is cut down. It doesn't bother me that much. He just asked me how I felt about it. I said, I like the tree. Oh, tree. Good tree. Oh, goodness. Okay, Maybe I should have included efficiency modules, because me looking for this very inefficiently is not helping. I mean, no, I don't want to waste the resources by building it and then pulling it apart again. And again, oh, there it is, there it is. We found it, we found it. You know what? I'm gonna put it in the blueprints. I feel like I'm gonna need more of these. Blue and orange. Okay. Where's that red? No, it's definitely orange. I wouldn't call that red. Hmm. Gonna change that. Oh, we're gonna have to put it in again, damn it. Yes, I know, and then you do that. Ha 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 ha. Don't you feel like a good boy on campus now? Okay. Okay. No. Yes. That looks pretty good. Put it into the book. Delete that one. One. Another cat. Okay. Make sure these numbers are working. Does look good. Okay, we'll have a look at the cat from the calendar. Sometimes you see a cat and it just makes you go, hee. Look at that cat. Look at that. Look at that cat. Alright. Well, as always, the question is the cat you're about to see a great cat or not? Yes, all cats are good cats, but is this a great cat? And around. I don't know, it's fluffy. Kind of fluffy, I guess. Chonky. Yeah, I think it's chonky. This is a cat that probably could stand to lose a little. Oh, there we go. I got a good picture of it finally. Face is very round. It is. It's a cute-faced cat. Or MP. Okay, MP is clearly no. Okay, it's deemed a great cat with 4% of the 4 of the 7 votes, and I see got losing it for a bit. Oh goodness, get a cat, Dave. I need your opinion on this one. This cat didn't get great cat, and I think this is an absolute fucking travesty. Look at this cat. Hang on. Look at this cat. Can you believe this didn't get great cat? Look at it. Can you believe that? It looks so wise. But is deemed not a great cat. And yeah, look, Dave, I knew you'd sympathize with me on that one. But, you know, that is chat's prerogative, they say. We don't have to agree, we just have to accept. Oh. I need like a small amount of deciders. I need one decider. Yeah, that's about right. Colonel Sanders' cat, kind of. Yeah, I can see that. I was about to check the caramel dancing array, but I'm like, oh no, I can see that it's still needing things. It needs a speaker. Really? Oh, it's still got a lot of things to build. Okay, we're not going to worry about too much just yet. How are we doing? Red circuits appear to be doing pretty well. Blue, pretty rubbish. Red, oh sorry, orange productivity modules, improving. Is our solemn duty to distinguish between good and great cats? Sadly, some are just good. That is true. Explosives, very light on. Blue science is low, which is strange. More green chips are needed, more iron is needed, just be honest. The more we produce, the more we need, right? This is capitalism. Okay. Can we make more explosives? Not only can we, I think we should. Capitalism. That does not roll off the tongue very well. Cataclysm. Sounds like you're saying cataclysm, but you messed up somewhere. There's explosives around here somewhere. Yeah. I made explosives somewhere today. And thus begins the part where SeiferKatt loses his gosh darn mind. For the 4th time today. Okay. Yeah, that's probably good. All we need to do is get some sulfur. That's my life. About losing your mind. More coal. I'm actually kind of worried about that situation. There is more coal up here that we've kind of gained access to. Maybe we go and set up a mine up there. And when it gets up to there, then it'll start mining the coal and just filling everything up. It's always fun. We need to add speakers to something later as well. Actually, one more thing I'd like to add. Just more green chips, because this seems to be a good place for them to be built. And also, like, it does lower the percentage of things on the belt just a tad, which is nice. I wonder if we're going to, if it would be a good idea to build some low densities here. I think we've already tried to do that to try and stage out the belt just a tad, but I don't think we've done it enough. I mean, it pulls a lot. It pulls like 50 things off the belt, and then it just goes, and then it just stops. That happens. I mean, it pulls 2.5 items off for one. It's something, right? Okay, well, let's see if we can put some radars around here. That's a decent place for a radar. And that's a decent place for a radar. And you know what? I think if we just try a little bit harder, we can find another decent place for a radar. Like, say, right here. Decent place for a radar. No power right here now. Oh, that does appear to be coming closer, doesn't it? Right here, we're going to get some overlap, but that's alright. A little bit of overlap never hurt anyone. Looks like this side's actually going a lot faster. I think it had more to work with to begin with, though, so... In fact, we've got coal coming through here. Do anything with explosives around here? Maybe. Maybe we just do a little bit of landfill, just a cheeky landfill, eh? Cheeky landfill? I think we do some cheeky landfill right here. What do you reckon? The bet. Don't go crazy. Like, I just want to have a few more explosives existing. Don't lose your gosh darn mind. Don't go silly. Sulfur is a problem, but we should be... not making sulfur. We should be making sulfur. We're not making sulfur. Okay. I think I lost my robots. I did. I left them behind like a bad robot dad, like I normally do. It happens. We'll just chuck them in there. That's fine. Yep. Okay. Let's see what we can do to fix that plant. At least batteries are 100%. Okay, so we've got too much heavy oil, I note. I mean, if we crack it into light, probably a good idea. Okay, we crack. Gotta crack. Jesse, we gotta crack. Okay. Down by 1. Okay, can we put just a regular pump in here, actually? Because while I think that's still correct, I would rather make sure that we're not just always doing that. If it's greater than, say, 5,000. 5,000 is a lot for a lot of barrels, so... And it's not going to do it very quickly, but... I mean, it doesn't need to go through heavy oil that quickly. That's alright. And that'll produce all the sulfur and sulfuric acid. That is glorious stuff. Look at that. Sulfur, it's going out again. That's what you like to see. We are really getting short on blue science. That is actively concerning now. Huh. Sulfuric acid. Yeah, it's when I'm really just having a bad day, I become sulfuric acid. If ever I'm just like in a really just toxic mood, just remind me of that. I'm sure it'll make me laugh, or just make me more angry and saying I'm not being toxic right now. You know, it's going to be one or the other. Who knows? Maybe I'll laugh. Maybe I'll ban myself. Who knows? Isn't that the exciting part? Didn't I remove that one? I did remove that one. Let's try that again, shall we? This time, I'll stuff it up. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Okay. We are good. Oh no, he stuffed it. Now it goes in bot. Why are you so wise right now? Getting a lot of green chips here. That could probably be changed. We don't really make a lot of green chips here. We're kind of low on copper here. Interesting. Being low on copper here is very unusual and strange. Oh, it's because we haven't finished. Okay, actually, we could be better on copper if we build down this line. We build down this, and I think we'll be in a far better place for copper. Because that means what's down here should start being able to come up. And likewise, what's there can go down. It's funny how this all works out. This gives it another path for the copper to come back up. Not great though, because a lot of it is blocked by not a lot really going on. But I think what we have done will assist. Yeah. Mostly happy with what I'm seeing there. Make sure we've got our combinators together and we are good to go. Copper is coming through when it feels like it. Of course, as I said, that's going to speed up, especially when I add this little thing. My secret sauce. Never be afraid to add your secret sauce. That's what I always say. Unless your secret sauce is poisonous, in which case, don't add your secret sauce. It kills people. I shouldn't have to tell you that. You're a chef. You've been a chef for 30 years now. Come on. Come on! Okay. That's really just making plastic, which is kind of funny. We need to have... Oh. Oh, we might need another one of these. Okay, that's fine. And secret sauce is just Thousand Island dressing? I mean, that's fine. That's not a problem. Thousand Island dressing is not a crime. Probably. I mean, you could probably cut down a couple of islands and no one would notice. Speaking of cutting down islands and nobody noticing, sometimes I really feel like I want to play some Spirit Island on stream. But then I like look at people who are just way better at Spirit Island and I get really nervous about it, you know? It's like, I'm quite happy playing Factorio, but like, Spirit Island, people are like playing really high level. I'm just like, oh man, I can never be that good at Spirit Island. And again, Maybe that's the fun of it, right? Play what you want to play. That's probably the answer. I usually do. It's quite a dull game if you don't know what's going on. And again, I guess you learn. And, well, it's just a fun game. You get to get angry at little plastic guys. You get to disrespect the invaders from over the seas. All that good stuff. Exactly! You've got it. I forget that sometimes. It's really easy to forget. Shouldn't be, but it really is easy to forget that sometimes just play what you want to play, because if people enjoy the stream, they'll probably enjoy the game. I don't know. Alright, so how are we going? Also, Spirit Island fans are crazy about Spirit Island. I know that because I'm a Spirit Island fan, and I'm crazy about it. And I'm crazy! Okay, so if we do a drop around here, what would happen? A drop here is kind of a crazy place to do a drop, and then maybe a pick here? Or the other way around, a pick here and a drop. Maybe here. Ooh. Or, if we're doing so much like circuitry work here, maybe a pick here would be pretty good. Go along a little bit more, then we get stoned, maybe. You know you're going bad when all your answer, your like conclusion is dippa dippa duh. I don't know. Or maybe we'll just let it ride for a bit and see what happens. Quack! Quack indeed! Release the Quacken! Maybe we wouldn't go bad by building some more red circuits. Yeah, let's build some more red circuits. As we've got a lot of plastic over here, it's probably the correct thing to do. Not a lot of copper right here, but that's okay. I think copper is better than you'd think. Says that, realizing copper doesn't really seem to be coming this way. Iron is going okay. Actually, iron's going pretty well. A lot of it is being pulled into steel, which, to be fair, I do need. And as we push through these, that gives us a bit more room to do, I don't know, crime. Why don't we just make another iron mine? Like, why not? Do we need iron? Probably. Make another iron mine then. Problem solved. Let's check that we need iron before we just run off and make another mine. Probably do though. Does OCD Nightmare actually works? I mean, not quickly, but yeah, it works. It's not effective, it's not efficient, but it works. Red chips are actually only 3,000 short now, which is pretty good. Green chips are the problem. So, I mean, I could really just do a lot of production like here, between the copper and the iron. Sadly, there's no iron around there. Actually, you know what? Here's an excellent place for green chips, and I don't know why we haven't utilized it more. Oh, pull those down. Why not? But I mean, yeah, it is an absolute... green chips are always a problem. More so when you can't really produce them in an efficient place. Obviously. This is the first way you tried to solve Factorio until he changed the bus. I mean, this is not an effective... you don't solve Factorio this way. The only thing you solve is that, yeah, you do have a problem and you can acknowledge it. It's like if someone says, how do you know you got a problem? You point at your sushi base and go, huh? And they go, yeah, I see it. Yeah, you know what? I can't disagree with that. You do have a problem. That's convenient in a sort of way. Can we perhaps do... I'd like to get landfill into the base. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I actually do need to do it at some point. Just getting a little spice. Okay. There's a couple other places I can probably put this in that'll work. That's not quite right though. That's where that needs to be, and that needs to be there, and then do the maths. Count it. Brilliant. Yeah. You have a new addiction, cross-nurdle. What is cross-nurdle? Is it like cross-stitch? You been stitching, boy? Stitching on me, haven't you? Nurdle, but like crossword. Oh, okay then. Well, as long as you haven't been stitching on me. Well, we got a big plan for what we do with stitches around here. You know what they say? Stitches get snitched. I don't need you questioning what I just said there, Panda. Oh yeah. Peeps. Friend of yours cross-stitched your way out of a cigarette addiction. I mean, I laugh, but that's pretty good. I used to know how to cross-stitch. It's been a long time since I've done it. Like I was a child when I last did it. And I cross-stitched one thing, and it took me a very long time, and it was like this pattern of a little ice cream. It wasn't very good, but the important thing is the ice cream was strawberry. So you know I got good taste. Which, I mean, to be fair, strawberry ice cream is the second best ice cream. Best ice cream, the controversial opinion. That's right, it's pineapple pizza ice cream. And doesn't get that. It's a shame. You would have hated it. Also not true. For multiple reasons. Ah. Pistachio ice cream. Oh man, mint chocolate. Mint chocolate is the best ice cream. As I said, it's a controversial opinion, and not many people are going to agree with me on that one. That's fine. But I love me some mint chocolate. I go nuts for it. Okay. Controversial opinion, but hey, look, you gotta have those controversial opinions. They're important. Probably. Should be some petroleum barrels coming through at some point. I'll be around. Don't worry about it. How are we going with the production 3s? Are we ready to start? That would be very exciting if we're ready to start. I don't know if we are. In fact, I don't even need to run this way. I can just look at it. We still have no more. Getting tired? Have a grad party tomorrow? Well, enjoy your grad party. Oh, thank you. Snacks! Dave is right. Stacks. Ah. Hmm. Part of me would really like to go get more uranium. I think that'd just be a safe idea. Want to make more sulfur. Like down here. How are my bots going? They are still hard at work because they're still building this railroad, which I don't even really need right now. It just seemed the right thing to build. Is that song from Flash? I mean, technically. I mean, more precisely, it was from Queen, but yeah, technically. My dad always used to sing, I don't think my dad knew the lyrics of the song very well, which would make me feel really bad if Dad's watching right now. But he always used to sing Flashy's the leader of the universe. And then I watched it and I was like, it's the savior of the universe. But for years, he always sung leader of the universe. I guess it was before DVDs and VHS was like common, so he would have probably watched it once and that was it. I was like, for years you've been saying leader of the universe, but he's the savior of the universe. Very different. I don't think my dad would be watching it. It's a bit late for him to be watching the stream. Sometimes he comes on and watches the stream. I gotta say, I'm gonna compliment my dad right now. I think it's really cute. So my dad calls me up. Well, he calls me up to just say hi and that sort of thing. The sort of things that people do with family. They talk. Dad's like, I saw your thing, saw your my stream. He's like, yeah, I saw your stream. You're really good. You're really good. I'm like, oh, thanks, Dad. He's like, no, you're really good. I think you're gonna get advertising contracts with like major companies. I'm like, I think I'm a bit small for that. He's like, no, you're really good. So he's really enthusiastic, and I really love it. Um, but yeah, it's encouraging. So anyway, he expected me to be on the TV for bread commercials. I don't know why bread's the first thing, but he doesn't really watch Twitch. He comes on every now and then and says hello. I always appreciate. He's supporting it. That's nice. Thought it was Funk Soul. Oh, you thought Funk Soul Brother was Funk's your brother for so long? I think we talked about that the other day. Because you just didn't check it out right. Check it out now. You had to funk your brother, Funk Soul Brother. Every time I say brother instead of brother, it just reminds me of what was it, like homestarrunner.com with Lil Brother? You say hi, Dad, or is the anonymous username? I mentioned his like knowing who he was once, and he got very shy about it, so I don't mention it again. He comes on sometimes. He sometimes says hi sometimes. Because he wants me to know that he's there. I told him he doesn't have to, because he wasn't sure of the etiquette. He thought it was rude if he came on and didn't say hi. I said, no, you don't need to. You don't need to say hi if you don't want to. You can just come on, watch, and leave. A lot of people do. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't want to be rude. And I was like, no, not rude. That's just how people are. My dad doesn't play Factorio, so he's not entirely sure what's going on in the game, but he at least enjoys seeing me, I suppose. It's the internet. Most people are rude. Yeah, but you know, he's from a different generation. It took him a while to understand why people would be rude in World of Warcraft. He plays World of Warcraft. He loves World of Warcraft. He tells me often that he's sick of it or he's bored of it, and then he still plays it for like another year. So I think he still loves World of Warcraft. But good on him, you know. He doesn't have the fastest reflexes anymore, and you know, I think he just plays DPS because he wouldn't be a very good tank or healer. But you know, he has fun. He's made a lot of friends. Please don't, Dave. Because when you get him, he'll be very shy and like, oh no, like I doxed him or something. I don't want to make him shy. But he's a good dad, you know. He was the one that got me into video games, as I guess many parents did. But my dad's always been like, yeah, I wouldn't say a big gamer, but he always played well, I would actually. He'd always come home and just play like a few hours of games every night. He didn't play the same games. He wasn't really a first-person shooter, but you know, he plays like I don't know if he still does, but he'd play like a lot of simulator games, like flight sims. He was just really good at. Dota for 40-year-olds. Booster Draft. I want to beta test that game. I know it's not a real thing, but I want to beta test that game. They have those. It's called Heroes of Might and Magic series. Yeah, the old ones. Dads and flights. I know, right? Panda and I were talking about that before as well. But when we had a second computer, like I bought the old family computer, and so he bought a brand new gaming PC. He was always buying gaming PCs, but yeah, so I bought his old computer, the family's, and so we had our computers next to each other in like a LAN situation, and you know, I was like, yeah, let's play this flight game against each other. I think the kills were like, I think it was like 5-0. Like, I didn't have a flippin' chance. Even when I was behind him, it would just be like he'd disappear and then be behind me, and then I would be dead. And I'd be like, what? I'd like get a couple of hits off, and that's all I would get ever. I don't know what happened. And he'd gleefully tell me about the maneuver he did, where it was like a something maneuver into a something, and I'm just like, I don't understand these words. I am afraid. I am afraid. I'd, I'd become a Dalek. I was so afraid I became a Dalek. It happens to the best of us. Uh, sorry. Also, a Dalek saying "I am afraid" is not very Dalek, but yeah, all right. God, sorry. Exterminate, yeah. Anyway, I had no idea what he was doing in Flight Sims. All I knew is he'd kick my ass every time. The way I actually could beat him was with a game that either involved luck, because luck is always on my side, because I'm a lucky bastard, or because I'm naturally lucky, that's just how I am, or I'm going to stick with that. You're welcome to disagree. Or the other one was a first-person shooter. I could beat him in a first-person shooter. Because generally he doesn't strafe and shoot. He just stands still. And so then you're being a dodgy MFer jumping all over the place, and he's just like, yeah. So sure, my accuracy was lower, but couldn't hit me. I'm leaping. Yeah. It was a great game we were playing of MechWarrior 4, I think. It was like an old MechWarrior game. Like, it could be like 20 years ago. and we'd always play without radars on because it was just more interesting if you didn't know where your opponent was, so you could sort of sneak up on them. It was just, I think this was his flight sim coming in. Anyway, so basically he's like, we're playing this big sort of city block environment, and he's like, I see you hiding behind that building, and I'm like in the middle of a park, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, no, I'm not coming out. He's like, you got to come out eventually. When you do, I'm gonna like, that's gonna be the end of you. I'm like, nope, not coming out. You're gonna have to move. He's like, I'm not moving, and so for 5 minutes or so, he's telling me I have to come out so he can destroy me, and I'm saying I'm not coming out. While he kind of implied at some point that he was like in the tree line, and so it was like this big crater, and in the middle of the crater was the city, and on the outside was like this tree line. So I'm just like stalking him, like I'm just stalking around the trees, just incredibly slowly, just trying to find him. And then I just see him staring at a building, like in his mech, and I'm just like, huh. Sneak, sneak, as much as you can sneak in a 50-ton mech. Sneak, sneak, sneak. And I'm still like, oh, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move. And then you just full fire in the back. Which, if you've ever played Mech Warrior, is not where you ever want to be hit. Oh, God. It's not what you expected. Just the open full fire in the back of his mech. He's just like, oh, God. My hubris. Sorry, I just really wanted to share that anecdote. I don't know why I shared that, but I hope you enjoyed it, because I did. But yeah. I guess my point is, my dad was always into games, and he was the one that sort of got me into a love of it. And D&D, he sort of got me into a love of D&D. I remember, like, one thing he'd always do is, like, he'd have, like, one of those gold box games, or Eye of the Beholder, and he'd just play that for, like, months, I guess. It felt like months. I was a kid, so it might have just been weeks. But also load times on the Commodore 64 Amiga were atrocious, so yeah. But anyway, and it would just be like him just working on this game for like months, and he wouldn't give up. He wouldn't be like, well, this game's gotten too difficult. I'm not playing this anymore. He's like, no, I am finishing this. Like, just absolute determination. You got to be proud. You got to admire such determination on playing a game that is just, those old gold box games were not easy. I'm sure some of you may have played them with the re-releases they did recently. They're not easy games, but he was just dogged determination. He was going to get it finished, and he did. He did finish them. Just took him a long time. Ah, good stuff. I remember there was sorry, I'm just talking about my dad a lot right now. No, you know what? I'm not going to stop. Screw it. I'm having fun. He was playing like Curse of the Azure Bonds, which is like another gold box game because, as I said, I played a lot of them. And the Medusas could only be defeated. Oh shit, that's not good. Like, the story's excellent. I'm enjoying telling them. Yeah, no, I've just realized Mother's Day is just around the corner. You know what it is? Do something with that. I don't know what. Bring him on stream so he can be an international superstar. I don't want to do that. That would make him shy. Maybe he'd enjoy it. That is not good. Need to move that down. Add. No, those pipes are terrible. But anyway, he's playing Curse of the Azure Bonds, which was another one of the SSI Gold Box D&D games. And it was like a Medusa fight. And as you know, Medusas turn people to stone. But if you had a mirror as a shield, then you could reflect it. But for some reason, at some point in the game, he had one mirror, and I guess there was no way to go back and get another mirror. So he was kind of relying that the three Medusas would just attack the guys with the shields. Like, that was his only strategy, because what else are you going to do? And I think the ordinary person would have just quit. It would have been, this game's too hard, stuff it, I'm out. I'm done. If this game. Oh, my dad, no. He's not letting that game beat him. So he just spent night after night. Again, I don't know how long. My sense of time is probably all wrong because I was a child. But night after night fighting these Medusas and whatever the hell else was with them. Constantly getting turned to stone and just being so mad. But he didn't quit. He didn't quit. He would just be like, he'd be mad, but he'd be like, all right, go again. And each load would take like 5 minutes. So it'd be like restart the game. Oh, probably longer. It'd be restart the game, load, wait for it to load, play the music. Okay, then start the game, load a save. Okay, walk forwards, start the fight, load. Then the fight would begin, and then the Medusa would get rolling the shiv roll high and just do it again. It kept happening. Again, no disrespect to my father. Like, there's nothing he could have done there. The option was, if he wants to keep playing the game, he had to deal with this fight. And he did deal with it. He eventually got it. He finished that game. But holy shit, the perseverance of my father to just keep going through that fight. I would not have done that. If it was me right now, I'd just be like, you know what? If this game, if this fight, I'm out. Just kept fighting it. Ah, God. I mean, it wasn't a real-time game. Like, it's all turn-based. But oh God, he just wasn't gonna let that Medusa win. Ho ho, you better believe it. That Medusa's gonna go down one of these days, and it eventually did. It's like a speed levels runner of this is a reset, let's go again. Sure, but the speed runner doesn't have to wait 10 minutes to go again. Like, just he was relying on bad RNG. That was his only way to get it through it. Oh God. It really is speedrunner levels, now that you mention it. But like FTL. I suppose, yeah, it was just, and I laugh now, not because, I'm mocking him. I'm not mocking him in any way, shape, or form. I want you to know that. It's just funny, because the perseverance, as I said, the perseverance is so admirable because so many people these days will just go, "F this, I'm out." Hell, I would say, "F this, I'm out." He's like, "No, beholder, this Medusa, this whatever is not beating me." And he always used to tell me this. He always used to say to me that, sorry, I'm going to deal with that one in a moment, Booster Draft, that, like, the most powerful weapon that you have in a game is save. And he's not wrong. I mean, in some ways, that's kind of like one of the, like, tenets of Undertale, isn't it? Like, the reason why Undertale, like, why you are just an absolute badass in Undertale is because you have the power to save. Which, that's fun. You uninstall FTL about 3 times a month. That's pretty impressive that you install FTL 3 times a month after uninstalling it in Rage. Rage is probably unfair to say, but you know what I mean. Rage is 100% the correct word. Fair enough. Okay, I respect that. I didn't want to put a word in there that wasn't there, but if rage is the correct word, then rage is the correct word. Saving is basically a time walk that doesn't have a casting cost. I mean, it has a time cost, I suppose. But yeah. He would always teach me that save was the most powerful weapon you have in a game. And he wasn't wrong. Yeah, while I'm talking about my father and video games, I'm going to keep telling stories because I'm enjoying reliving these stories in a place that I'm going to have recorded later. Um, One game he really used to love was Sid Meier's Pirates. And we had it on the Commodore 64, and then we got it again, bought it again for the Amiga because I freaking loved Sid Meier's Pirates. And so he played that game. He got like the top scores. He did everything in that game. Like absolute completionist, like absolute madman over there with Sid Meier's Pirates. But then what would happen is like I'd be sitting there with with the Commodore 64 playing Pirates because Dad would be playing Pirates and I wanted to be like Dad playing the same game. You know, as kids do. You know, I want to be like Dad, so I'll do what Dad does. Classic child behavior. But anyway, like if you ever played the old Pirates, or even if you played the new ones, I think the new ones do a little bit of this. That they go, oh, you've got a treasure map, right? And they give you like a quarter of the treasure map. They don't tell you what city it is near at the first. They'll tell you later. They'll tell you by the third or fourth piece. Here's a treasure map. And the treasure maps were annoying because basically once you had a quarter of a treasure map, any treasure map you got after that was like a continuation of it. Right? Makes sense. But that means if you got another treasure map, rather than getting a new one, you'd get a continuation of it. So you're basically don't have the value, right? You wouldn't have the value of the treasure map because you're like, well, I should have two treasure maps now with two treasures, but now I've only got one treasure map with one treasure. That's disappointing. My dad, he played this game a lot. And so I'd look at the treasure map and I would have no idea what any of this shit was because, of course, I didn't. I'd just be like, we'd have a printout of it, like a photocopy of the map because I had one. Dad, where's this on the map? And Dad would look at the screen, be like, right there. Every time. I don't think he ever got it wrong. Not even once. Just every time he said it's right there, it was there every single time. He didn't mess it up. Not even once. He knew where all those treasures were. He didn't consult a hint book or a guide or anything. He just would go, right there. And it was. And it's like, you would see, because, there would be, like maybe like 50 or so places where the maps could lead to. There was like a limited number of pools. It wasn't like completely random. But all you'd see is like a shoal and a little bit of land, and you'd be up there. It wasn't enough to go off. At least I don't think it was. I feel like maybe if I looked at it again, maybe it was like some really big clue. But at the very least, me as a child was very impressed every time he did that. Because yeah, it just kept happening. He knew where it was. He was so good at pirates. I don't, he would just playing these like really long fights against the treasure galleons with like a little sloop. Like he didn't take the frigates. He uh only ever crewed sloops because they were like like short, like I don't know. They could go over shoals without taking damage. And they were just like fast little agile ships, and he went for agility over damage, which now that I think about it, I kind of think the same thing in a lot of games. I wonder if that's related. Really considered it. Those little moments there, you think about it, you go, huh. Guess that was how he always thought. Long range and agility, that's what he liked. That way he could just dart out of the way. Anyway. What have I been doing this whole time while I've been talking these stories? I don't really know. I've been building, I've been working on oil. How are we doing for things? Oh, thank you for indulging me on those stories. Enjoyed them. Let's see. Green chips getting worse. Red chips still good. Blue science kind of rubbish. Okay, we need to work on blue science. Blue science is just beyond the pale right now. Just being right silly. We did just recently work on it. Two blue signs is right next to each other. Hell are we doing? Um, I like that as time went on, we just started really going with the corner strategies. Corner strategy did seem to be a better one. Oh, not corner, sorry, the side strategies. I made a really good blue sign. Well, not really good, but a decently okay blue sign, so I don't know where it is now. Personal laser defenses, we need them, I guess. You know what, screw it, we'll just modify the next one we see, and then that's it. Fixing it does need. Thank you for following. What's your fave airline? Really appreciate it. That should be an expensive sound redeem. Okay, let's click on that. First we'll mute. um, you're not wrong. That's actually a really good. You know what? That's really charming. I dig that. I could watch Forrest Gump again. It's been too long. Such a good movie. I mean, there's so much stuff in Forrest Gump. I think that when I watched it originally, I was definitely not old enough to be watching Forrest Gump and understanding any part of that movie. You get older and you're just like, oh, oh no. Yeah, and it doesn't matter what part of the movie I'm talking about, I'm right. There's so many parts of Forrest Gump that are just, oh no. What's your What's your fave airline? Do I have to answer this question, or is this just your name? Go around asking people what people's favorite airlines are. I'm just curious. It's an interesting name. Very rarely do you get a name that is also a question. I don't really fly on a lot of airlines. And a lot of traveling. You have the same experience. You just go. I took that personally. Yeah, no, Forrest Gump just. I mean, it's just so much stuff. Yeah, I guess if like you've got the same experience, but like the English speaking world is like a different thing, then occasionally you just have these moments where you just go, "Oh, what the fuck did I just stumble into?" Double entendres can be an interesting one like that, I suppose. Then again, I mean, your English is pretty good. Like if you didn't tell me you weren't, oh, disconnect that. If you didn't tell me that you weren't native English speaker, very rarely would I be able to tell that, Veldak. Like, extremely rarely would I be able to guess. So I personally wouldn't worry about that. I always find it kind of cute, endearing, where people are like, oh, apologies for my English. And I'm just like, if you didn't say that, I wouldn't have known that you're not a native English speaker. And that's a common thing. Like, I guess because you're kind of shy about, well, not you, but, you know, person who's saying it is kind of like, ah, oh, geez, I hope they don't look down on me for like my English. And it's like, in most cases, it's like, no, your English is, what am I doing? In most cases, the English is fine. That there, so we can make more of these. I took that personally. I don't know what that clip and I took that personally was. You're not worried you make mistakes, but you think people understand you? Yeah. I mean, yeah, saying you're worried is probably, I'm just talking about like the other people saying that, but no, your English is great, honestly. I can't speak to your accent, of course. I've never actually heard you speak, but yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I've seen people whose native language is English and they're absolutely atrocious. So, you know, uh, taking it personally is a Michael Jordan quote. Like the basketballer? Or Michael B. Jordan, like the actor. One thing is English is a language, the other is idioms and localities. Yeah, that's true. The baller. I don't know much about the B-ball. Ball's not really a big thing in New Zealand. There's a bit of a thing. Generally, in terms of basketball, the more common sport is netball, which is a women's sport, but it's very popular. I played like a little bit of basketball when I was in primary school. It was called mini ball because it was like a quarter court thing. Um, the entire season, I never scored anything. Our team just was not interested in playing. Like we lost half our team by like the third game. Like we just put them somewhere, we never saw them again. So we had no subs, and then we'd come against schools that were like not as good financially, so they would have like a lot of subs, they'd have a lot of supporters, whereas like we had no supporters. No one's parents showed up for the game aside from the coaches. I'll rephrase that. The coach showed up, which was like one person of the team's parents, and generally no one else showed up to support our team. And so we just getting, no support, just getting thrashed, and it's just like, oh, oh. I played one season of that, but yeah, I wasn't. It's maybe a surprise. Not really a baller. In any sense of the word. That's all right. Play now, get more supporters. I have fans here in chat. Aw, that's sweet. I mean, as long as you guys clap when I immediately collapse and hurt myself, because that's what would happen. I wasn't aggressive enough. I need to be more aggressive, you know? I need to go for the ball. I need to not be afraid of things. But I was just little. I was just a little guy. When someone in a Czech movie says they've been to Pancrack, that mean nothing to me. It's true, it means nothing to me. Ah, you're right. That would mean nothing to me. I see how it could mean something to someone. That's interesting. Yeah. How's that line going? Oh, that's almost finished. Look at that. They've almost finished doing their dark work. Uh, what else do we need? We atomic bombs we need to do. We still need like a lot of science before we're done. It's a bit concerning. The caramel dancing array ever get finished? No, because I think we're missing one speaker. Can we make a speaker? What do we need? A lot of things. Okay, where do we make the speakers? They're down here, right? RCUs. Yeah, we need a lot of things, honestly. I think... How are we doing with those production threes? Still going. Yeah, you probably would. Oh! 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 Well, I shouldn't be alive. Baby, that was spooky. You know, we're gonna do another one of these. Okay, Houdini. Yeah. Oh God. How you doing, Mojo? Let's do a shout. Mojo. Yeah, see, sometimes the shout out thing just works. How you been, Mojo? How's the streams going? The stream of life. Oh! Oh! Oh goodness. What was I doing? I'm not here for a reason. I don't remember what that reason was. Looks like power's pretty good. So that's nice. Wait, how are we short on water? Speakers, thank you. We're here for speakers so we can build Dave's caramel dancing array so he'll be happy again. Dave's not even here. I think Dave went to sleep, but that's alright. Well, he's probably still here, actually. I know Dave. Just keeping to the sound of my voice. Which I probably woke him up when I went, ooh! Sorry, Dave. Still here? Oh, hi. Oh, literally, you were just saying, like, you were literally just talking. What the hell? Like, he's literally in chat right now talking, and you're like, I wonder if I can still hear him. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I think I can still hear Dave. Like, I'm literally talking to you right now, Seif. I can still hear him saying things. God. So attentive on who is talking to me. Okay. I think we only need one speaker. That's how it was yesterday. That's how I am every day, Dave. I'm honestly surprised I don't like look in chat and go, did I type that? I have my moments. Okay. You know what I don't miss about Nullius? Boxes. Well, cats like boxes? I do, but I don't miss them in Nullius. It was a pain. Couldn't tell you how this thing works. Doesn't matter. The point is it works. Okay, are we happy with caramel Dunson array again? I feel like that goes the wrong way. Anyway. South caramel Dunson array. Excellent. It's back. How long has that been disconnected for? A long time. Probably been fine, honestly. It doesn't input from anything. Oh, goodness gracious. How do you output 109? How do you output 190 when we don't need 190? Oh. Oops. No, I think that would destroy me. Wait, why is that? What is my request for underground belt? Something's wrong here. That real quick. Why are things at 15,000? Oh no. I think I know what's broken. I think something broke. I know what happened. I think we had a feedback loop for a few seconds. I think I remember it happening too. Where did we have that feedback loop? Shoot. There it is. Okay, you know what? If we've added more science than we should have, we've added more science than we should have. Actually, we haven't, it's not even that much. Okay, it's fine. I remember something going like crazy wrong for a second there. Oh, crap. Okay, so things may be slightly stranger than they needed to be for a little while. How bad are we off? Cooled off outside, but your room is still hot? Oh. Is it hot in here, or is it just Dave? Kind of both. Alright. Unfortunately, both. Fair enough. Okay, that number looks a lot more reasonable. Somewhat. We're short on iron. Iron's getting worse. Steel is getting... all the iron products are getting worse. Which usually means it's time to open up another mine. Got one available right there that's not in a terrible place. Open up that mine, I suppose. So we need steel, iron, and iron gears. There's no way we're going to get all three of those things here. We have very much one or the other situation. Iron gear, they're all important. You know what, this is where we have a pick station. I see it now. Okay. We need a lot more iron on the belt today. We need a lot more iron on the belt today. I can disconnect mine. It'll be connected some other way. I also apparently need a lot more yellow belts, which I really have not got enough of right now. I think we have a logistics network over here, a logistics center with only 100 belts. Ah, I could just take these ones. Not like no one's gonna stop me. This is the belt police. Stop! Shit! Belt police. Your belt is not fashionable. Wait. Not the belt police I thought you were. Transport belts. So wait, how many of these is... Well, 24, so 12. Enough room for 12? No, let's find out. 1, 2, 3. Remember the time where I started to count and I just immediately gave up? Yep, that was just then. That last one, just wrong place. Okay, so that will help. Just scooch it over this way, please. We have extra scooching. What we're going to do is we're going to do it like the speed runners do. You know, except not nearly as quickly. Okay. Okay. Good, looking good, looking good. Take that all up to power. Oh, look at that. You love to see it. I personally love to see it. I was saying boo earns. I love that line. Oh, sir, they're saying boo earns, boo earns. Are you saying boo or boo earns? Boo! I was saying boo earns. I love Han Small, man. Alright, so that gets us some of the way. That gets us the iron plates, which is something. It's not incorrect. It is something. And then we will thrust it into the limelight through this. Okay. Make that just for the moment, please. something with this? And okay, how do we feel about that? I mean, could feel better, but that's what we got. I think all the construction bots are back on track now. They're probably going to go deliver all these inserters. Which are currently not powered, but you know, what you going to do about it? Nothing. Wouldn't dare. We're still requiring a lot of blue belts, but they're working on it. I can see bits and pieces of it are done, so they're progressing. Sometimes that's all you need to do, right? That'll do it. Yeah. Look at that. It's iron plates, baby. Slightly off kilter with the power poles, but what you gonna do? I'm not gonna do anything about it. It's the, yeah, inserters coming their way. Alright. I'll start making them so at the very least they can start figuring out what they want to do with their life. Okay, so next we would like to make some iron gears, I suppose. And we're going to do it not like the pros do, but in the middle. Because if the pros do it once, the pros only do things once. If it works once, they won't do it again because it's not fun the second time. Our professionals are. Yeah, let's go grab some more yellow belts. I didn't think so, but that's actually turning out to be very helpful. I didn't think it was going to be, rather. There we go. What I might do... Same size, okay. This. We pull those out. Replace them with these. What will you do? We'll bow down to the mighty, the victorious. Just to be clear, I am the mighty and the victorious here. Just don't want to people get the wrong idea. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. Oh God, the mighty and victorious. We've been laid to waste through poor planning and poor placement. Okay. Who could have seen this coming? Everyone. You know, a bad little design. I'm pretty happy with this one. Okay. And then we just gotta power it. How do we feel now? I feel like we're going to try and make some steel. Hey, Savvy the Fox. Savvy the Fox. Welcome. Welcome in party as well. Is this going to work? We're playing Factorio. Excellent. Glad to see it. How's your Factorio going? What are you up to in the old factory? Alright, night, Revolte. Take care. Okay, so that's going to get more... Oh, let's make that back up again. Okay, so that's getting more iron gear wheels, that's getting steel plates, that's what you love to see. A little bit slower than perhaps I would like it, but that's okay, it'll figure itself out. It should be getting a full belt worth of yellow through. Which is, that's fine. Okay, that's good. How's Sushi treating me? It's going well, I think. We've got a lot of shortages, but that is the nature of the beast. But it's going well. It's a bit of a big sushi base, but it grows and it's powered, and that's counts for something, right? Yeah. The factory grows. That's what we're really after here. The sushi is fine. The train is perhaps slightly less hospitable to say, hey, they didn't hit me. They didn't hit me. They just threatened to. You know what? Any day a train threatens to hit you and doesn't, I call a good day. I mean, I prefer a train didn't threaten to hit me, but you know. We don't all get what we want in life, do we? Oh yeah, don't worry, factory grows. Factory is doing the thing it needs to do. I don't really need more reds. I guess I've got the plastic. What else can I do with plastic that I need? Advanced circuit, yeah. Cannon shells, explosive cannon shells, low densities. Yeah. Might be a controversial point, but we might have enough plastic? No, we have enough plastic here. We are right near a facility that makes a lot of plastic, so I think that's actually okay. Well, that's the case. Maybe we should make some blues. Got the blue. Make sure those are connected before we connect. Oh, hello. Thank you. Just drops it all. Just air drops. I don't know how much more of. Actually, I'm beginning to wonder whether we do need to have some more blue inserters are available around here. I think there's only like one place we build them, and that might not be enough. Explosives seem to think we've got enough of them. I find that fascinating. And downright concerning, one might say. How are these going? Making steel and copper. Interesting. Okay, those are going fine. Pistols. Not enough of all of those things. Yeah, I think we've got enough of all of those things, so yeah. What else do we want to work on next, I suppose? Let's see what we need to build on the old list. Bring up the Excel sheet for a sec. Build artillery? Did. Okay. Maybe we want to consider building the artillery things. Alternatively, assembler 3s could probably be done. Wood. Hey, wood's ready to go. Nuclear fuel. Fluid wagons, artillery wagons, that could be an issue. You know what I don't like? That is... I. There we go. No, camera does not need to be there. Okay, good. Maybe make artillery. Personal lasers I think we're working on now. Make personal lasers already. No, we made personal lasers and regular lasers. Well, maybe that's... Personal lasers so damn expensive. Alright, well, maybe this is what we do. Maybe we make some, lasery goodness. Where do we make lasery goodness? Right here. This is the spot. Is it? Laser. Do we need anything else? Batteries. The batteries used for anything else that I can use right now. Accumulators, meh. Roboports. I don't think we've got roboports in the network, so yeah, actually, that is probably a fantastic idea. Sorry, I hit my microphone. We're going to need a lot more batteries for them, of course, but... Yeah. Okay, so... Processing, low densities, laser. Oh, processing, low density... this is going to be a big one. Look, we'll just make a whole bunch of them and then we'll figure it out from there. Let's not stress about that part. Okay. Steel plates. Battery. Try that again, shall we? Steel plates. Batteries. They're the things that are going to be needed on both of them. So that's okay. Electric circuits. Good, that builds those. Then we'll go processing unit, low densities. So that produces the two types of lasers. Okay, iron gear advanced circuits. Okay. Always good to see all those things going away. Really, but whatever. And that's it. That's it. Okay. So now what we need to do is connect everything up so that way everything can leave appropriately. The last thing you want is inappropriate leavings. And read the belt. Okay, here we go. Look at that. So that's going to give us 4 more things to put on the bus when they're built. But it's going to take a little while, but to be fair, it's probably... Okay, steel plate, battery, electric circuits, okay. How many things do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, only one thing needs advanced. It's fine. Alright, so lasers, they need steel plate, batteries, and electric circuits. Okay, so that's going to be... Doesn't really matter right now, because that doesn't... I've tried to go too far ahead. What are those little gun thingy majigs? The drones and stuff. Oh god, needs explosives and explosive cannon shells. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, we could probably make artillery shells elsewhere. I know we could make artillery shells. Maybe doing a personal report 2 wouldn't be a bad idea either, but we can figure that out later. Okay. Laser turrets. Personal defense lasers. Capsules will have to go somewhere later. Well. I'll do discharge defense here while we're here. Actually. Yeah, we should. In that case... Oh, that changes everything. Laser turret should be this one. Discharge defense be here because they both need to draw from lasers. Okay, now we're actually building more. Interesting. And on this side, we want to have... where those bots are going, they were like, I'm gonna go here! No, I changed my mind. Roboports. And discharge defense remote. We don't need a lot of those, but we do need them. Okay, so blue, low densities, and lasers. Okay, well lasers are easy. Lasers are just that. So blue, low density. Okay. Like that. No, we won't. But like that. That's blue and low densities. Now that needs just these 3. Okay, that's easy enough. Go shoop. And we go doop. Okay, and then you need steel and blue. Which is actually, funnily enough, the exact same thing. Must have been the same thing. Alright. Good. That will make some things. Then what we need to do... figure out what to do with the rest of this crap. Okay, so... iron gears and red. Oh, that's right. Red was kind of a weird thing, wasn't it? You're the only thing that needs red. So you can just take it from there. Iron gears, batteries, and steel. Batteries and steel come from that row, so... that's fine. Now you need processing and low densities, which is 1 and 2 in your mind, so... that. Charge defense, that needs green, which is just... that. And then I think we're good? Then I think we're good. Always fun to turn on these things. It'll take a little while for anything to really build up in any serious numbers, but that's okay. It doesn't need to build up quickly. Honestly, these are the least of our worries when it really comes down to it. The discharge remotes are already done. That's not really a surprise. They are so quick to build. No blue chips come through yet. No blue chips come through yet. Interesting. Doesn't look like we make blue chips around here. Therein lies your problem, doesn't it? We should make some blue chips here. It's just a cheeky blue chip. Just one. Ain't no one getting mad over a cheeky blue chip. Wow, some people get mad over a cheeky blue chip, but that sounds like a them problem. There we go. much do we need for uranium ammo? 1,000. It's actually going pretty well considering it's a 1,000 requirement. Remember how long it took us to get Covarex? That was insane. That was like 4 or 5 sessions to get Covarex. It was stupid how long it took. It wasn't wrong, it just was stupid how long it took, because I did have to scale everything up. Alright then, so that's more or less done. What I'd like to do is maybe copy this. And then I'd like to do the right side, which is going to look almost identical. Let's make sure it doesn't turn into that. Could be bad. Okay, red. Eh. Red. Connect. Green. Start with green this time. I think that was a mistake last time. Okay, so roboports. Oh, I see what happened there. Roboports. Roboport 2s. Why did those... Oh, because we copied from the same thing. That makes sense. Discharge remotes. Yeah. And then we want personal laser turrets. We want regular laser turrets, impersonal laser turrets if you like. Impolite laser turrets. And discharge defense. Cool. And then we're going to connect that so it can add stuff. Things are connected there that really shouldn't be, but also I don't care, so it's fine. That's the number one thing. If you don't care, they can't hurt you. So these things are coming through. I'm not too fussed by that. They're just going to do what they want to do. They'll just stop eventually. But they got mathed in, that's what matters. As long as they get mathed in, I don't really care that much. Okay. There's 6 more things ready to go. Fighting. I'd like to probably get artillery done. Well, anyway, before we go too far, let's just make sure these things are added into the things. Personal lasers. Infill's already there. I feel like I missed something. Roboports. I did miss something. Okay, good. Let's... Actually, you know what? Yeah, this should be. You're correct. Thank you, Splee. Quite right. How have we not got any low densities here? We not... How short are we on low densities? Or how many low densities do we even have? Answer one question than the other. Not short on low densities. Okay. Then, how many low densities do we have? We have 3,800 low densities. That seems like a small number. Oh, you know what? Just as I'm complaining about this, one low density came through. 14 have come through, actually. Never mind. What am I talking about? Okay, let's go and figure out how to add artillery shells to thing. Step 1 of adding artillery shells to the thing. It's the thing that I want to add artillery shells to. Gonna be the real trick. Is that them there? Nope. It's not explosives. I think it's over down here somewhere. Uh, where was I building my explosive-y weapons? Never a good thing to forget where you're building your explosive-y weapons. One would say it's quite a bad thing to do. Oh, there they are. There they are. I'm really close. As well do that. Okay, explosive weapons. Artillery shells. Just to be clear, we need artillery shells for the rubber ducky. Of course we do. Okay, explosive cannon shells. And just regular good old explosives. And radar. Radar is a confusing one. We do appear to be massively short on explosives. Interesting. There's not really any room for... Actually, there is. We go and do another one here. And then just put a sneaky little line out there. Look at that. Now there's room for radar. Which is everyone's favorite MASH episode. Now there's room for radar. I'll be honest, I never really watched MASH. I was too young, but still, I was aware that it existed. Okay, can we put some power in here, or are we just gonna sort of lollygag about? Why not do both? It goes on the right, so... Okay. That's kind of artillery shells sorted. Not gonna go very quickly, but it's gonna happen. We are short on a lot of explosives, though, I think. Like, one explosive coming through every now and then is just not probably going to cut it. In fact, does it even get explosives? Doesn't even get explosives. When you used to visit Grandma by bus on Fridays, there was one adult traveler who looked like Radar. Really? Huh. Go. I don't really know what to add to that, but I'm like just like, there you go. Found Radar. Does he look okay after the Korean War? Is he recovered? A lot of sulfuric acid. Oh. We're gonna take that stone. We'll just take that stone. You didn't age a day since the Korean War. Oh shit. That, that might be more concerning actually. Oh, I remember that episode of MASH where Radar became a lich. So it's not a commonly regarded episode. People were confused of why he's like got the book of vile deeds and is reciting from it. You know, like that's a weird thing, but you know, it all made sense in the canonical reasons of MASH. You know, they say life's a lich and then you never die. Probably make that a box. Can you empty some of these things? Can. Gonna make those things when they get the chance. I mean, there's like some activity. Activity. They are going places, they are building things, so I guess it's okay. We can disconnect that. Oh, well, while we're connecting things. Oh wow, really? Like the active for radar thing. That's kind of fascinating. Or coal. That's fine. Huh. Good on him. On him. Alright, well, you know what? That's probably about as good a place to end it as any. We do need to get more explosives going. We need to keep making the stuff. Always a trick. You got to keep making the stuff. But the factory grows. I'm not sure what we're doing with this corner. I mean, we've got access to coal. I guess that's cool. Some oil over there. I don't know why this is the way I chose to go. But maybe we'll build a radar out there so I can start scanning, see if we find anything out there. Let's do that first. While I'm thinking about it. I mean, while I'm thinking about it is how you just never stop playing Factorio. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I'll just do this. Oh, I mean, that's pretty much been my conscious thought for the last 3 hours and 30 minutes. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I should do this. Oh, while I'm thinking about that. Problem is, I just keep thinking about stuff. Like, oh, hang on. Radar go. Oh. So we don't miss a spot. Better not to miss spots if I can help it. No, it'll be too far out. I'm not going to scan that. One more thing. No, we still need more. So slow. And that's because we don't have enough productivity being made. Alright, well that's fine. We can sort that out next time. These are still spitting out iron. Alright, it's important that we do it. Alright, let's call it. How far are we through? 88 hours. Well, thank you everyone very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. If you have enjoyed this absolute chaos, please do consider following. I'd really appreciate it. My hair has been stuck up for a while, I've just noticed. Uh, yeah, do consider following if you've enjoyed this. Um, why is there 6 clips? I am scared. I guess I'll have to look at those later. I typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Depends how you want to word it. The days are the same, you just change the way we say it. And I'll be streaming Factorio tomorrow as well, doing the same build. Because we are getting closer and closer to those ducks. Houdini, yes, that'll be one of them. We're getting closer and closer to those ducks, so that's very, very exciting. What else do I have to say? Yes, you got the social links. There we go. Type in socials, there you go. So you got youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That's where I post the YouTube videos, and you got the Discord link. And hey, look, I don't usually talk to the YouTubers. How you doing? If you're on YouTube, come to twitch.tv/SeiferKatt. That's where you can find me live. I know there's a link just down below on the YouTube page, but hey, if you're there and you want to be here live, that's where you'd go. Beyond that, I am done for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see. Yeah, shout out to SeiferKatt. Welcome to the dawning of a new era. Is it too late to see you in your shirt? I mean, I'll just. Do. What the shirt? I'm just gonna show the shirt. There we go. Just cats. It's cats in a box. Sneaky what the shirt because you didn't pay for it. It's a cute shirt, right? It's got little cats on it. I love it. I love this shirt. And also, I may be doing Cat of the Month tomorrow. Depends how I feel. I might be tired tomorrow, so I might not want to get into that whole fight. But if I do, I'll let you know. It'll be in the subject, so keep an eye on that. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.